Huh? She told me that she was on the plane already. Really? That's what Carlos told me. So that's what Carlos told me that they had tornadoes. Really? What? Well, I'm glad you told me because I was about to leave. Hello, welcome to my channel. Do you have a special request, special question? My name is Veronica and I'm your twin flame tarot reader. Let me know if you can hear me okay. All right, let's get this party started. So let's do a reading today. I want you to think about, I'm going to lay out some cards and I want you to focus on your current feelings and the questions that you have in mind. And then let's see what the cards reveal about your journey. So welcome to my channel. I'm Veronica Rosa. I am your twin flame and spiritual healer and life coach. So just think about the cards, your special question. But before we start, I'm calling on God as I embark on this tarot reading. May I receive clear insights and understanding. May this reading be for the highest good of all, and may it offer guidance, clarity, and truth. I approach this with respect, gratitude, and love. So be it. So I see that the current energy is that you are, you are currently in this healing journey. This is a big transformation time. So there may be a situation that involves your son or children. Okay, so I have here the energies. So this is a healing time, a time of healing, a time of restoration. And there's something very beautiful to this. I don't know, it has to do something with kids or children, or maybe it's your inner child, or someone from like your hometown. So it could be somebody from your past, a soulmate. Um, so this is very much like going home. But there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear when it comes to the past influences. There's a strong sense of being victimized. But somebody is coming back towards you, or you're going back towards home, or going back. Um, there's an offer coming in. So the guidance is that there's this offer that's coming in. Let me see. Give me a second. So I feel like the energy is very like positive. It's like going home. It's kind of just like very it has to do with children or just being childlike, free spirit, like fun, like um like playing with your kids. But then like deep down, there's like this deep rooted fear. There's this deep rooted fear. The feelings of being just, and the problem with that is that with these victimized mentality, you want to be mindful and aware of your actions, that you're not doing anything that is immoral or illegal because you feel victimized. So it may have to do with going back home, or let me read here. It says, I got a oracle card for you, and it came out friendship. The meaning of this card changes in your friend means changes in your friendships are occurring. Be lovingly honest with yourself, with your friends right now, and appreciate the healing benefits of a true friend. Not only are you changing on the inside, but your life is changing on the outside as well. Among these changes are your relationships with friends. Perhaps you fear that you no longer have common interests with old friends, or maybe you wonder if you'll meet new friends with whom you'll share close bonds. Changes in friendships are natural, and the angels ask you to surrender your relationship to them. Know that God and the angels watch over you and your friends, and they will lovingly help all of you during this situation or during this transition. This card also signifies that you are ready to receive new friends with people who mirror your interests and ambitions. So yeah, let's see. So let me pull up another oracle card. Hey Liz, how are you, girlfriend? What's up? What's up, Buttercup? What's going on? You have a special. Look at that. As soon as I saw you, the soulmate card just popped out. And it was the same soulmate card that had popped out last time we spoke, but I was remember when I was speaking to the mic and you couldn't hear me. Let me see. So I'm trying to get rid of something on my screen here. Okay, so I can read the comments. Oh yeah. Okay, so soulmates. The soulmate card came out. Let me read that for you and then start this chat. So if you're still questioning if this is your true soulmate, this is the second time that this card comes out when you sign on. It says your prayer for a soulmate relationship is answered. Follow the guidance that that you receive, so that you may enjoy this gift of divine love. Your heart yearns for big love. Since you are on the spiritual path, you desire a partner with similar philosophy and common interests. You have great passion and spiritual companionship with the same person. This card confirms that your answer is yes. By drawing this card, your angels ask you to trust in and follow their lead. Your angels have heard your prayers for great love. They guide you to keep steps to manifest this desire. If you are in a current relationship, your angels ask you to release this partnership to them in that way they can help elevate your relationship to a soulmate level, or help you to gently end it so that a new love may appear. Either way, they will closely assist you and give you clear steps to take. So it seems like right now, this is a soulmate, and there's a timeout, and this is time away that's needed to bring you guys more fonder. So, do you have any specific questions? What do you want? You have. Let me get rid of this. All right, so let's do a another spread. If you don't want to type it out, you can just think of the question to yourself. Okay. So I'm gonna pull out six cards. Actually, let me pull out the Celtic cross here. So right away we got the magician. The magician has to do with um the mind communication. Very much so again is 1111, like the law of attraction. So being careful and mindful of what you're thinking, what you're speaking, the language that you are speaking. So yeah, for the immediate challenge I have here, the judgment. The judgment card is it's a time of redemption. And so for the past influence, I have the Ace of Cups. So it's a new love, new relationship. And for your future possibilities, I have the Knight of Cups coming in. So this is like a new opportunity, a new beginning. This is like this is coming in slow and steady, but this is like an offer of love. It could be an apology. The hidden influence is that you've been hurt over and over and over again, and so subconsciously, I'm getting the Ten of Swords. So that's been like being backstabbed like time after time after time after time. And so there may be um still that you're working through emotions of being victimized. And it's like, even though it's kind of goes back to like what we were talking about the other day, is forgiveness, learning to forgive. um when you say, okay, and this is really 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 strong with us, for us twin flames, is that we are brought down to, give me a second. Okay, sorry, my sister's traveling and there's tornadoes that delayed her flight or had her flight canceled. All right, so yeah, very much it's this is you have the power to manifest any desires, dreams that you want. It's not easy. Definitely it's not easy. But it goes back to actually practicing the actions of forgiveness. And so I see like new love, you have the opportunity to start fresh, start new. Um with an offer of love and to be successful because like at the end of at the for the advice and the guidance, the last card here we got the 10 of Pentacles, and that's like one of the best cards you can get in the deck. So you went from the Magician, the Judgment, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, to the Ten of Swords, to the 10 of Pentacles. So it's telling me that you have the power to manifest whatever dreams um, that you want, but you have to be careful of your subconscious, the words that you tell yourself. And manifesting is not just sitting there and praying and journaling and writing a book. No, it's actually taking action. It's taking action. And so it's either maybe you or your divine masculine that may come forward with this expression of love. Tell me more about this scenario. What does my viewer Liz, what does she need to know, Spirit? So yeah, the overall energy is the Queen of Swords. So this is, taking things like looking at this at like as if it were to be like a business, a, like if you were the boss and you're taking it in things into consideration, but you're not like all soft and lovey-dovey, but you're like, come here, sit down, what happened? So there's like this communicating, this it's either the need for communication, setting boundaries, um and so before you are able to do that, you need time to get clear on what it is that you want. What are your boundaries? So it could be too like um I feel like this is they try to make me go to rehab. Like what is an intervention? So yeah, there's much feels like an intervention, but you know what? This is actually to the time of the karma. And so this is like a karma cycle. And so it's kind of like also, again, going back to being able to look at the situation from a 5D view. Kind of like if you were to go to the movies and you're watching the movie and you don't personalize it, you're just, you know that it's a movie and you can laugh and you can cry, but you know that at the end you're gonna get up and walk out of that movie theater. And so that's kind of like what spirit is saying is to view your situation, your life in that fighty instead of being in the 3D energy and taking things personal. Understand that you are a chosen one. You were called here for a higher calling, and you're sitting here looking at it, at the situation from above. So you're taking the high road. You're not you're setting boundaries. And so it's very important that you take time to get clear on what are your boundaries. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Anita. Hi, Ankita. Ankita, hi. How are you? So let me pull out a new fresh set of cards. I'm Veronica. Nice to meet you. Let me know if you have a specific question. Otherwise, I'm going to lay out 6 cards. Feel free to focus on your current feelings, and if you have any questions in your mind, and then we'll see what the cards reveal about your journey. So I'm going to shuffle the cards here. So lately we've been getting like the same theme of being mindful of your thoughts. You can create whatever it is that you desire. You can manifest that, through your subconscious. And so you have to be very careful and conscious of your mindset, of your what your, that inner dialect that you have. Why don't you type in there where you guys located? I'm currently in Dallas, Texas. Good morning. It's evening here. It's let me see. It's like around 10 o'clock in Dallas, Texas. Ankita, where are you located? So I'm pulling out 6 cards here for you. So we're definitely in the cycle of um karma. So some people are being put on a timeout. So I'm getting a lot of Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy, strong Leo energy. Yeah, very strong fire signs. Overall, I get the sense of like unconditional love. There's this the present situation is very victorious and prideful, moving forward. It's like making a comeback. There was like the immediate challenge was there was a distance between you and your loved one, or if it's not a loved one, it's like this desire, this passion that can be like like a creative endeavor, like a new business, or a new this new idea that you have that you want to conquer and divide. But there was this separation between the two, and so there was a strong um past influences of being strong and having perseverance and being very nurturing. So there was something new, a new thought, a new way of thinking, or a new way of speaking, this new idea or this new way of communicating. Um, so yeah, you may be, you or the divine masculine here may be an entrepreneur, a leader, somebody who's like in a leadership role. I see a very a divine masculine who is in charge, one who's very charismatic, dark complexion. Aw, your boyfriend cheated on me. Why? So Could it be that he was out of town, like he was a distance, he was away? Let's see here. I'm seeing this energy of unconditional love. Like there's this endless love. So let's take a look in here as to why did they cheat and is he coming back? Are you gonna take him back? Oh, I see the Three of Swords there. Don't like the Three of Swords. I do see an ending. Let's see. What is it that you want from this? Um, Retaliation, karma. You want to pay. Um, I'm getting the Justice card. Starting fresh and new. What is the energy behind the cheating? Hi, baby. So, what is the energy? So, I'm a twin flame reader. It's up to you to determine whether or not you are with your divine twin flame. So, I'm getting like the energy of the magician. Again, the magician coming in. The magician has to do with communication, with uh like manipulation, right? It could be like a manipulator, the way they're speaking to you. And again, I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is one of the best cards in the deck. It also is could be you know, somebody like going home or being home or helping somebody from home. It's helping somebody from okay, so Spirit, what message do you have for Ankita? I'm gonna pull a special card for you. I'm gonna pull a Healing with the Angels Oracle card. Spirit, what message do you have for Ankita? Okay. Says ideas and inspirations, intention, and study. So yeah, it sounds like Spirit is saying to trust your gut, trust your instincts, because you have this idea and this intuition, and then it's like you're not trusting it, and Spirit is asking you to trust your ideas and your inspirations, to pay attention to the new thoughts and ideas that come to you. While they may seem they are seeds of our co-creator, and so God speaks through you through these thoughts, and the angels want you to know that They want you to notice that what follows your ideas. So like what ideas have you been receiving lately? Pay attention to your ideas. These thoughts are answers to your prayers for guidance. So please don't discount them as imagination. So by drawing this card, the angels seek you to give you confidence that you are just as capable of receiving wonderful ideas as any other child of God. This is because all of the wonderful ideas are ornate from the divine mind of the God. Since God is omnipresent, meaning everywhere, God is within you. So God's mind continuously expresses new thoughts and ideas right inside of your mind. So over and over, I'm getting the same, like not same but similar message is to listen to your thoughts, your your prayers, or even like worries. Worries is a form of prayer, and if you're worrying and worrying, you're gonna that's what you can manifest. So it says the second card says intentions. Your intentions create your experiences. What do you intend to happen? And make sure that your thoughts and your feelings reflect your true intentions. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to take an inventory of your expectations. What do you expect to happen today, tomorrow, or in the future? These expectations are the seed of your intentions. An intention means that you have set a goal and intention and intend to achieve it. Your intentions drive your experience. The angels ask you to choose and infuse your intentions with love. See yourself and others as happy, successful, and peaceful. By holding these spiritual minded intentions, you help yourself and others. The angels can help you replace negative mental habits with more empowering thoughts if you ask for their assistance. So there's something that you're being called to focus on or study, something you may need to study. Let me see. New subscriber characteristics of my husband. Hi, Shushandra. All right, ladies, where was I? So a soulmate will come in, and you will have a situation. So the next card is saying to study, right? So let's have a little study group here. When we fall in love, we want to fall in love, get married, have babies, live in the perfect house with a picket fence, and happily ever after. Fortunately and unfortunately, I don't know, however you want to see it. A soulmate, especially a twin flame, and when you're especially certain that this is your twin flame. A twin flame is somebody who's going to ignite you to be the better version of yourself. He's going to ignite you to face your fears. And so if your fears are being cheated on, that's what you're going to manifest. And so men cheat for many different reasons. And I know that a lot of time it's because they're running looking for to be men love to be like applauded and um uh, paraded and all that. And sometimes when we become victimized, when we carry resentment, and then but we still want to be in the relationship, and when they come home, we want love, and we want all this great love, and happily ever after, but our reactions, because we have resentment seated in the subconscious, our actions may come off in a way that is repelling your true flame, your soulmate. And so there's a calling for when there's a separation, there's a calling to do some inner work so that you're no longer feeling triggered, so that your emotions that you're are in alignment. You're not feeling, like all queasy to your stomach and sick to your heart, or your throat feels like it got kicked in. And so it's helping you stand in your power and take your power back. And so for now, Spirit is asking you to redirect your energy and to focus and to study. You are engaged in learning and studying right now, and your angels guide you to take time to read, listen, and grow. This card validates that this is an important time for you to learn new ideas or skills. Perhaps you feel guided to enroll in a class, and this card confirms that feeling. If you are currently attending school, the angels ask you to continue. Sometimes when we are in a learning phase of our life, we become anxious to test our new knowledge. Instead of learning, we want to apply what we have learned. However, timing is everything, and this card guides you not to rush into action. Instead, enjoy the process of learning. The growth that accompanies an educational experience is enjoyable if we remind ourselves to stay focused on the here and in the now moment. So, that is saying to study, but twice it's also asking you to focus, to redirect your energy. That worrying feeling, you know, your stomach like feeling like it's turned, and I want you to focus and study. If you're not aware of the chakras, and if you're not aware of doing like meditations, there's a lot. Actually, I will post here in the link a beginner's chakra meditation video that I have created. And this is going to help you go down your emotional energy center. That's what it is. Your chakras is your emotional energy center. And I want you just to take some time, it's about 20 minutes long, to do a check-in in your emotions and see stem. Where, besides, of course, not having the love of your life right next to you, and, having the touchy feeling of googie gaga, I want you to think about where is that fear in your body stemming from? The longing for that for your divine masculine, where is that stemming from? And Kira, I do see great things coming for you, but it is gonna take some time. But I do see like a solid foundation. Again, this shows like a soulmate, somebody from your past. However, um like I said, they are brought into our lives to for you to mirror and trigger and overcome those fears. There's always gonna be prettier girls. There's always gonna be something bigger and better, you know. But it's all about how you carry yourself and how you feel within yourself. And like a magnet, when when you raise your vitality, your energy center, your emotions, when you're it's I know the feeling when we're sad and missing our husbands or our divine masculines, when they ghost us. It's like somebody pulled the power cord from the wall, and all of a sudden you have no energy, you feel drained, you feel sad. Now just imagine the feeling of him just calling and saying, "Baby, I love you, I'm sorry, I miss you." In that instant of reading that message, it'll put pep into your step. If he says, "I'm outside, come outside," you'll be like, "Oh my God, he's here," and you could just feel the energy of that. And so that's what I want you to practice, to manifest, and to anytime you have something negative, a negative thought, "Oh, he's cheating on me. Who is he with?" Rebuke it. rebuke it, do not entertain that, because that is like a muscle, and the more you entertain it, the more sick you're gonna get. They're gonna be at the doctors, and you need medicines for this, and you need medicine for that, or you're gonna be eating out of ice cream um uh bowl, or what do you call it, a gallon, straight out of the ice cream container. And that's what you don't want to do, because that's going to bring down your chakras, your emotional energy, your emotional energy system, your self-confidence, your self-love, your self-respect. And so this is a time for you to focus on yourself. Let me put the link in the description, or let me put the link for you to go into listen, so that you can go into there and listen to the meditation. Give me 1 second. And then who's the next? Who else has a question? Let me see. Just write it in the comments there. I'm looking something up. Give me 1 second. I saw something there about your husband. Oh my goodness. Content. Okay, so I got the link. I'm gonna put it here in the chat. Oops, wrong one. There's my link, so you can go ahead and look at that. Suleka, Suchandra. Suchandra, you're first. If you're still listening, I will pull your cards up next. I'm gonna pull out 6 cards. Actually, first let me shuffle the cards. As I shuffle the cards, I want you to think about your question. If you ladies have ever if you're really trying to do some deep shadow work, and you're ready to look at your own darkness, and be able to accept the truth and act accordingly, if you're ready to look at your natal chart, I'm also open to help you discover your natal chart. um I love tarot. Tarot is a way for me, it's a way to ground our emotions, to like kind of like uh process our emotions, thoughts, feelings, and then see things for different points of views. And um and that's all fine and dandy, and I love that. However, I'm the type of person that's like, I want to go straight in from point A to point B as fast as possible. And I want data, I want research, I want information that's going to validate my feelings. And so over 10 years ago, when I first met my twin flame and started going through the dark night of the soul, um I did, I hit rock bottom. I didn't understand why the things were happening to me. And so I understand the grieving phases that we go through, in for those of us who are going through this twin flame journey. And so I would highly, if you haven't already looked into your natal chart, I would highly encourage you to look into your natal chart, and then you can start seeing um, and start working and doing your shadow work. Because that, at the end of the day, that's the best thing. That's what your soul is asking for. And when you start doing that, all of a sudden your mate will come back and he'll distract you, he'll get you off a path, and everything will be all great and lovely. And so all of a sudden he'll ghost you, and then you'll get put forcefully back on track, but by having to do the shadow work. Okay, so I'm seeing here that the current situation is some disappointment. Um, so you may have been like extremely overwhelmed, and maybe even like more like over like very emotional, over emotional. So this is good. This is gonna look good for you. What is needed, what's coming out here is that there's gonna be this communication, this bond, and through that, justices will be balanced out. But it just seems like the energy is very, very young, and so there was an opportunity that maybe you didn't see or you didn't accept it. Um, Let me get some more clarification for this. So yeah, I do see like the justice card. So, this could be like a legal situation coming coming, and it has you disappointed over emotional. You just may feel like I'm never gonna find anybody else like them, or I don't know, nobody else knows me like them, or that's my best friend. And there's I guess it's the fear of changing y- like your friends, or it's kind of like having the fear of like, I'm not going to be able to find another person like this again. And spirit is saying that to trust in divine timing, because you will, and be careful of those words, because that's what you can manifest. And so there's a calling for forgiveness, as always a calling for forgiveness to clear our heart chakra. Let me pull out a card here from the Healing with the Angels Oracle. I got the card that says Divine Timing. And so Spirit is saying to pay attention to the doors that are opening and shutting for you right now. Walk through the doors that open and learn from the doors that shut. Your prayers are being answered. There's no doubt about that. However, everything operates according to the universal law of divine timing. This means that certain pieces of the puzzle must fall into place so that other parts can come into fruition. If you try to skip or rush certain pieces or parts, the whole plan will lack a solid foundation. So yeah, there was some disappointment and maybe a lot of crying. And so there's like this new opportunity um for to have like just and have love, and it's just like starting all over again, and it's almost kind of like um like kind of very young energy, very eager energy, and almost like you're trying too hard, or you're worrying about it too much. Yeah, I feel like it's that you're worrying about it too much. You're thinking about it too much. And so that's like the energy. I feel like a lot of emotions, a lot of crying, a lot of worrying about your partnership, about your divine masculine. And so Spirit is saying things are going to be okay. There is justice that will have to be balanced off. There's karma that will have to be balanced off. Things do look in your favor, but there is a calling for patience, because everything does come in divine timing, and you will be healing from this situation. And so very important is to be to say yes. If somebody invites you somewhere, say yes. Maybe you feel like, no, I'm not ready, or just say yes to opportunities where you may be invited to new locations, and try to maintain a positive mindset. So imagine yourself, hanging out with your friend, and the negative thoughts come into your mind. Immediately rebuke that in the name of God, and refill it with something positive and something kind. Because that's what you want to really enforce in your subconscious. That's what you want to enforce in your, like, your stomach and your heart. That energy of, like, you know, um, when you have a celebration and something, and you receive a gift, and you get that warm, fuzzy feeling. I hope you can find that feeling, like, or sometimes when somebody touches your hair, like rubs your back, and you kind of get that warm fuzzy feeling. And so that is a power of manifesting. Is if your man, I've been there, done that, my man's cheated on me, and thankfully, I mean, like, I've read my natal chart over 10 years ago. When I first read it, I thought none of this makes sense. Yeah, right. It's not me. I'm not a healer. How could I? It's just me, little me, and I'm nobody, and I'm sitting here depressed and stressed, and I had all these issues. I didn't realize, but through patience and studying, and lots of patience and lots of studying and lots of practice on my thoughts, have I been able to prove that these tools that I'm sharing with you, that it works. And so I believe that everybody should learn their personal natal chart. Just as you know your birthday, just as you know your own phone number, just as you would know your social security number over here in the States, everybody should know their own natal chart. And so that you are able to look at your own shadows, and be able to see, okay, this is my negative part of me, but let me balance myself out with first studying about the opposite, or studying about the shadow part, right? Like your weakness. Let's say your weakness is bad communication, or your weakness is your effective communication. And so then, and a natal chart will say that, if it's your communication, or you know um I've helped many women in different walks of life with their natal chart. And like, I had one that, in her chart, I mean, she was coming to me always, he's cheating on me, he's always cheating on me, he's with this girl, he's with this girl. And it just seemed, when I would speak with her, she's like, oh, so and so wants to get with me, and so wants to get with me, and that person wants to get with me. And I'm like, how could she be attracting all these people, trying to hook up with her, and then her spouse, always cheating on her? It just, something didn't seem right. So long story short, we did her natal chart, and sure enough, many different aspects, she had about 6 different aspects where she carries the energy of love affairs. And so it was being able to look at the ugly truth and say, okay, this is what I am manifesting into my lives. Um, and and this is why. And now just because they say, uh, let's see, mine says, has a lot of talks about anxiety, depression. Now, just because my chart says that, I'm gonna have a lot of anxiety and depression, I'm not gonna just throw my hands up and be like, oh yeah, that's what my chart says. No, complete opposite. I used to take a lot of anxiety and depression anti medication before I knew I had read my chart. And this was just like a revolving door. I was still sick. Then I started having insomnia. Then I started gaining weight. It just was just a horrible cycle of prescription medications and mental health appointments. Okay, so once I read in my natal chart that it talks about characteristics. It talks about my table always being messy. It talks about physical looks. It talks about everything in your life. But once I saw that on my chart, it was just like a light bulb turned on. And I said, you know what? This is like my DNA. This is the energy that I'm going to struggle with all my life. I don't need this. That's like me being sad because I want blonde hair and I was born with brown hair. So it was something that I had to learn to accept, but then be mindful and careful, doing some studying. I did a lot of studying to now see what helps combat depression and make that part of my daily practices. So like making sure I'm eating healthy, making sure that I'm going to the gym, making sure that I have a good healthy support group with a good support group, that I have good friends. And so take what resonates, toss what doesn't. But I feel like you're going through a cycle yourself, and there's a lot of fear of the unknown, and saying like you feel like you may not find another person like that. Like I won't find another friend like him. um but spirit is saying to trust in divine timing, trust in this time out, this time away, or this separation, because there is the justice card. Let me get some clarification on this justice card. So I see something new coming in. New love. Definitely is gonna be a new love. It may be even somebody who, definitely the lovers. So, this may be a friend that you have that maybe you're not even thinking about. Um, you may see them like at a distance, or just somebody who's just kind of maybe cold towards, but definitely I see a new love coming in. So, I hope that helps and it resonates with you. What other message? Suleika, message for Suleika. I feel like the same cards are coming out. Let's do another round and see if, let's see what we got. Message for my viewer. I'm gonna pull 3 oracle cards. Love it. So definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this If it's resonating with you, I think I will be closing out now. I've been on a little over an hour, and I'm getting here truth and integrity. So going back to, you know, the twin flame journey is all, it's very beautiful. It's very intense. Um, I spent years and years and years just chasing the love and trying to be um that perfect happily ever after before I actually realized that the twin flame there's more to the twin flame journey, and it has to do a lot with doing our own shadow work, with admitting admitting the truth and acting accordingly. With that being said, I did get the card truth and integrity. The meaning of this card is that you are guided to be very honest with yourself and to be true to yourself in all of your activities and actions. The angels say to you, let go of anything inauthentic and all your activities that do not mirror your highest intentions of yourself. If something in your life isn't working, be willing to release it to God and the angels. When we open our hands and release unhealthy full situations, the divine light can enter. M- Miracles always follow when we surrender troubling conditions. You'll find that the job, the relationship, health issues, or other circumstances heal rapidly in ways that you could never have imagined. All along the way, the angels have perfectly guided you to actions that will either help you replace the situation with something better, heal it entirely, or expect a miracle when you decide to be true to you. And that's the power of manifesting. And this is what that twin is supposed to do to you. The separation is supposed to bring you down to your knees, make you want to be a better person, um, and then being able to admit the truth and act accordingly. Surrendering, because this is a spiritual growth. You are going through time of rapid spiritual growth. Enjoy the process. During this time, you may feel a mixture of many feelings: confusion, excitement, fear, and wonder. You love you love your renewed connection with the divine, and you wish you could read, study, learn, or meditate in full-time basis. Simultaneously, though, you may worry about your implications that your spiritual studies will have on the rest of your life. What impact will your new spiritual pursuit have on your job, marriage, or friendship? These worries create a fear that may erode the enjoyment of your spiritual studies that bring you. Surrender these fears to God, dearest one. Trust that you are supported, loved, and guided each moment. Don't worry about how your future will blend with your spiritual growth. Trust the same power that brought you to your spiritual path will take care of everything else for you. After all, this power supports all of the planets in the skies, and it surely supports you perfectly too. And so yeah, that was huge. When I met my twin, we were just cool people, very in the 3D world, very materialistic. And then we have a separation, brings you down to your knees, have you start questioning God and life and surrendering to tarot, to asking questions to the spiritual realm because we're so caught up in our emotions and in need of healing. And so for me, like I started doing getting in touch with my spiritual side when I was like 14, dream interpretations, but it was very quickly shut down because I was made fun of through my family. Like, mom, I just dreamt this, and I was really into interpreting meanings of the subconscious. And because I was being made fun of, I brushed it under the carpet and stopped um speaking about it or studying it publicly. And then I was always interested in this like horoscopes, but I had a nail salon after that, and I had clients that were Reiki practitioners and psychics, and and they opened a whole can of worms for me. So I started studying. I started studying and learning more and more. Little shortly after I had met my twin flame is when I started studying again. And and for the longest, probably almost like 10 years, I would study. I would study, all the planets, astrology, and all that. And when he would come around, I'd hurry up and close the book or turn off the phone. And I think he thought that maybe I was cheating on him or, being sneaky. But I was really studying astrology, and I was just embarrassed. Finally, we got married. We've been together from since 2011. We got married in 2017. And about a year after that, even after being married, I had another dark night of the soul, and it really brought me back to like doing what I love, and it's like doing readings. So I decided that I was gonna come out with my gift and just start doing readings. Ooh, when he found out that I was doing readings, he went and paid $2,000 to for a lawyer to divorce me because he didn't want a wife that was doing um witchcraft is what he thought it was. So it's very important that during this time that you find a good support group, which I'm here to serve. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. But this is a time of new love for you. It is a time of healing for you. And spirit, you are being called to your spiritual gifts right now. And so it's they're asking you to pay attention to your spiritual growth, not to worry too much about it. Everything will fall into place. Yeah, my husband went and uh, got a divorce lawyer, paid money and all that, and the lawyers put my wrong last name on it. I couldn't get it notarized, and then COVID hit, and so like 2 weeks later, he took the paper back. He didn't want a divorce by then, but so what's meant to be is going is um will be together. Even like even when you think that there's no way possible, take this time to heal. You are going through a healing journey. And this is a situation that has caused you concerns, and it's on the mend. It says that you are a natural healer, and your healing thoughts have manifested into form. Sometimes a situation cannot heal until you release the challenge completely, so that the healing light can enter it. Your worries will soon be over because this card signifies that a healing has occurred. To realize this healing, however, you must first stop focusing on what's wrong and instead affirm everything is in divine and perfect order right now. You have a natural healing abilities, and this card asks you to have faith with God that God works through you as an earth healing angel. Hold thoughts of love around any situation that seems to need healing. Visualize the situation as healed right now. Then give thanks to God for all the healing and completely release everything to the angels and the powerful effects your healing works touches many lives. And so just being able to like shift your energy, when you become like real anxious and very fearful, and you got like the butterflies, or like it's not even the butterflies, it's like your stomach is just turning and you just feel sick and just feel worried. Imagine that phone call or that text message that's coming in right now saying, baby, I love you, I'm sorry, I'm outside. Imagine that pep in your step, that shift of energy. And I want you to take control, take your power back, because nobody can make you feel a certain way. We have the power to feel a certain way when a person does, a certain things to us. At the end, ultimately, we have the choice on whether or not it's going to affect us. And if it feels that it's out of your control and that you're being triggered, I want you to pay attention first to where is that um energy center? Where are you being triggered? Are you getting headaches? Is it your throat? Are you getting sick? Is you have any sinus infections? Is it your throat? Are you having a hard time communicating? Is your heart? Is it your heart that's being feel like it's being jabbed with 1,000 daggers? Or is it your stomach? Is it your self-confidence, the ego? Where is the pain? Is it your lower back? Pay attention to those thoughts, those feelings, and remember that you have the power and you are going through a spiritual growth right now. And if you don't know it now already, you have the power to shift, to heal yourself and shift your energy. And it could be as simple as listening to some music. Put on some powerful, great music. It could either be go anywhere from um a meditation or something that's gonna make you dance and laugh, and that's how that's a healing. That's when you go from being sad to being happy just by shifting by listening to a music. That's how you heal. You shift the energies in your emotional energy center. Now the next practice is, now how do you react so that you're not carrying resentment, so that you're not self-sabotaging your truest desires for love. Um, so like when that mate comes back, even though you've been hurt and abandoned, when they come back and after you start shift your energy and you start laughing and having dancing, all of a sudden they show up, are you just gonna stop smiling and dancing and be like, where were you? What'd you do to me? You owe me. I get, or are you going to shift that energy and manifest what you really want? Something to think about. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast today on navigating our twin flame journey. It was a pleasure conversating. And like I said, if you haven't subscribe to this channel. This is specifically for twin flames. For us who are on a journey with our twin flames. My name is Veronica. I am a twin flame myself, and I'm in union and married with my divine masculine. It has not been easy. I've been with him since 2011. We married in 2017, and now in 2024, we still go through cycles of the dark night of the soul. And so I am here to help you navigate love and your soul's desires and practices that will help you manifest your dreams into your reality, so that you're not no longer carrying, so you heal um not just like uh hurt that's been done to you personally, but also generational curses. And so I'm going to help you tap into your subconscious, and unblock the emotions that have hold you back from living the life that you desire. So thanks again for watching, and you have a good night. We'll catch up again tomorrow. Bye.